Hi everyone, Chelsea Smith here again to help you with a quoting process using Sunfire within the CoverageForOne platform. So in order to start a quote with your Medicare clients, you're going to want to click on the little person here on the left-hand side where it says customer profile. If you are looking to just kind of dive into what kind of quotes you can give for a specific area and not for an individual client, go ahead and click this zip code button right here. It'll ask you just to type in a zip code, and then you can get started looking for plans within a specific area without using any identifying information. However, most of us are going to want to use this customer lookup button when we work with clients because we're going to want to get the most custom experience for that client and pick the plan that best represents what they're going to need. So one of the amazing things about CoverageForOne is when you are utilizing this tool, it will not let you move forward with any part of the process unless you are remaining compliant. So anytime you see one of these blue boxes here, it is going to be prompting you to do something with your client so that you remain compliant, which is obviously what we like to do. So at this point, you would say, I'd like to get started with you to get your zip code, Medicare number, and date of birth. So you're going to go ahead and click on that box saying, yes, I said that, ask my client for this information. And then you would go ahead and put that information in. I'm going to do that really quick and you'll catch up with me in a second because I will put that stuff in, not show you that personal information, hit lookup, and then we'll keep going. So after you hit lookup, this is the screen it will take you to. I'm in a demo environment. So it is telling me that there are some things I'm doing incorrectly because I'm technically not finding a real person. But if there was any errors that you put in when you were entering in your Medicare recipient's information, you would see a box like this that would give you that information and tell you what was incorrect. This would be a great time to double check that information, make sure the name, zip code, things like that are correct. Another cool feature of CoverageForOne is it will tell you if this person has been enrolled in any other plans previous to this point and what those plans are. And that's going to work for a great stepping stone for you to talk about new plans that your client might be interested in based on what they already know and what they already have and what they might want to do differently or keep the same. So as you move forward, click on all of these I would at least click on all of these boxes here because it will give you the most amount of representation of what's available for your client. If your client is currently enrolled in a Medicare Advantage or prescription drug plan, you could click yes, and it would tell you what type of plan that is. If this person is eligible for Medicaid, or if you're suspecting that they're eligible for Medicaid, you could put their Social Security number or Medicaid number in here and search for that Medicaid eligibility to see what other types of subsidies or other plans they might be qualifying for. Next would be the effective date and whether or not the person uses tobacco products. And this portion is really where you're going to get that tailored experience for your client. So what you're going to want to ask them at this point is what primary care physician they are seeing. And when you add this in, when they find quotes, once CoverageForOne finds these quotes for you, it will tell you whether or not their PCP is in network automatically when searching through these plans, which is an awesome feature for someone who is really attached to their PCP and would like to keep it, right? So then again, here's another one of those blue script boxes. Go ahead and check it. And you would have them answer how often they would see the doctor. And you could tell them based on this information, whether or not it's a good idea to make a decision surrounding that PCP. And then say you can do the same thing here again with medications. So you type in any medications that this person has, and same thing, it will tailor the experience to your client to talk about what products are best for them and what products might not work for them based on what medications that they do need covered within their formulary. You'd save the medication, and then you can list as many as you need. If the person has a specific pharmacy that they would like to use to fill their prescriptions, you could hit yes. And if the person receives any extra help or low income subsidies, tax credits, anything like that, you could select this as well. So the final question we're going to ask before we get this quote is the focus questions. So you, out of this list, will select 3 things that your client would most likely want to focus on when they are selecting their health coverage. This will help the CoverageForOne algorithm decide which plans are best for it to recommend to you and to your clients when you are shopping. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. So select 3 of those and go ahead and hit view all plans. And then you can get started on taking a look at those quotes, which we will talk about in our next video.